Welcome back here with News First. A graveside vigil was held at the General Cemetery in Buralla today to mark the 8th year since the assassination of senior journalist Lasantha Wickrematunge.
Members of the late journalist's family, friends and fellow journalists were all present at the Buralla Cemetery to participate in the graveside vigil early this morning. In the coming week, the cabinet will question as to what we did on behalf of Lasantha. At this instance, I can say that we will not allow anyone to suppress or cover up this crime. We will find out who these criminals are and bring them before courts democratically. As I remember, just a few days before Lasantha's murder, Sirasa was bombed. Investigations must take place with regard to all of this. As a government, within the past 2 years, we have commenced investigations into the murder of Lasantha and much more. When you look at the extent murders and the crimes that occurred during the last regime, you cannot be surprised by the delays. Through the government of good governance, we have still not been able to bring the criminals who murdered and persons who instructed to carry out the murder of Lasantha before courts and punish them. I am ashamed. As a minister, I am ashamed. How can we remove this disgrace that has affected the police and the security forces? There are a few individuals in the forces who should be punished. I feel sad and angry about this.
You can give a moment to remember Lasantha by lighting a candle. There is even a place to lay flowers for him. But I don't know where we can light a candle for Praget. Only if justice is served for Praget, Lasantha and Raviraj can the people and the journalists of this country live in freedom.
Murders like the ones of Lasantha Wickrematunge, Eknaligoda, Raviraj and Tajuddin, none of these murders could have occurred without the knowledge of the Defence Secretary who served in the Rajapaksa era. He must be held responsible. On the 8th of January 2009, the editor-in-chief of the Sunday Leader, senior journalist Lasantha Wickrematunge, was assassinated in broad daylight. This was a mere 48 hours after the attack on the Sirasa media network. We need to rise against acts of terrorism and thuggery. This is not the first time such an incident has occurred. This certainly may not be the last either. Nevertheless, we are ready to face this situation with caution. I must say clearly that all media institutions should face this together. On the 17th of February 2016, the police released sketches of 2 people suspected of involvement in the assassination. Lasantha's remains were also exhumed for further investigation following a court order. In another development, an individual committed suicide, allegedly writing a suicide note in which he claimed responsibility for the murder of journalist Lasantha Wickrematunge.